Hello, I am very glad to be with you today to speak about a subject that may interest lots of you, the nature spirits. Maybe you don't believe in them, but I want to share my experience with you, and I promise you that after you will believe. Just experience, that's the key. So the first episode, because it will be done in like a series, so you will see much more than just only the dwarfs, will be season one, the dwarfs. Who are the dwarfs? Where can I meet them? How to meet them? First of all, when I'm going with groups of people, till 20 or 24 people sometimes, and that want to experience the nature spirits, the first thing that I ask them is to go into the natures, the wonderful fairy places, and where they will really be able to experience us in the outside, the nature spirits. It's much more inspiring. I could call a dwarves to come here right now, and sometimes I'd even call the dwarves into the subway in Paris to see if he was willing to come by, and he has been willing. But I prefer to you to experiment for the first time in the nature, but as you are onto your screen, you can experience with me right now. So the first thing to know about the dwarfs, very often in the public common traditions, dwarfs are thought as white snow and the seven dwarfs, or only as spiritual natures being able only to take care of the gardens and the flowers and maybe sometimes the trees, and no more. What I will explain to you that they are much more than only that, and I will explain to you some way to really believe in it. Even so you don't clearly believe, maybe you have doubts and so on, I hope that by going through this video, you will have to the end the feelings that they do exist without any doubts anymore. So, how do we contact dwarfs? First of all, I will propose you to call a dwarfs which is who is he or she in harmony with yourself and your energies, because you know it will be really much related to your heart. The heart is the brain also, you know, the love of your brain, and with the love of your heart, and also with your first and second chakra. A lot. That's incredible how you get grounded with being with dwarfs and exchanging with him or her. So what I propose you, first of all, is quietly to open your heart to love, to open your heart to the invisible realms, and to believe. Hi, Ruby, Rangel, I'm glad to see you. So maybe we can make the experience right now. Are you ready? I am. Okay, so I'm going to call the dwarves. Okay. It's a she. And I can feel it because my second and my first chakra are really opening right now. So I do have a better connection with inner earth energies, and they are flowing into my body. So that's something fantastic. But let's continue. I am thrilled by that. Sorry. And then, okay, how to be sure that there is a dwarfs going on? We can try it like in the kinesiology way. So you just leave your hand, like that. That's kinesiology way. And then the dwarfs is presented to you in the etherical world. That's mean etherical, ether words, ether plans. That's mean that the closer to your materials and physical bodies. So really, you see, when you leave your hands doing like that, you have the dwarfs just behind you. It's he is or she is 20 or 30 centimeters from you. You can just leave your hand there and let them do whatever they have to do. And there, okay, my hands stop because I am at the contact of the dwarfs. That's funny. And I can follow his shape. I know that here are his shoulders, her shoulders, sorry. And then my hands go, I leave them do things. And then it's her heads. Whoa, how wonderful. She has very long hair. That's funny. That's really funny. They go down into her. And okay, for me, I am I am somebody who can see the invisible. She has, yeah, quite, I would say, red heads. That's really nice. Thank you to be with us together. And I love. So I'm going to now, what I propose to you, once you feel with your hands that there is somebody in front of you, I propose you to communicate heart to heart and know with who you are dealing in a reality, not in what the tradition says or what the civilization say about the dwarves. Just let you be surprised because they are much more than what it said or written. Okay. Okay, she's really a wisdom woman, which tell me that she knows a lot about the mineral stones and that she can learn some healing tricks with the minerals and much more than tricks because she really knows the science of healing with minerals. So she will propose us to experience that. But at the end of this videos about the dwarves. And okay, so stay there now. So I propose you to experience something else. Because maybe you are not still a believer. Maybe there is a voice inside yourself. Oh, that can be true. What he's talking about? Invisible worlds, spirits, natures on another plane. No, that can be true. That's a small voice. We say, no, I can't be confident in my intuitions. It's what my feelings is telling me. Maybe that's all sentences that's come by from your family, that's your friends, and that's what our civilization is telling. But your feelings, your sensibility, your intuition, there is the real truth. We have to believe in that because with the intuitions, much more things have been discovered than with the science. The science is only discovering the things that wise people have seen or felt with their intuitions. Okay? So now let's go into that. The second part. First part, you felt a dwarf, just in kinesiology and the shape of it. And now the second part is to feel it internally. So you can ask, as it is with all the light beings, to the dwarfs to come into you. Okay, so let's ask, please. But don't be afraid, they will not come into you physically. They will come into you in another plane. Okay, so I will ask them, please, could you... Yeah, here she is. I can feel because my belly is really rounding right now, feeling comfortable, feeling very secure. And really, I have an opening on my first chakra, which is crazy things. I can feel all the subtle earth energies going on under my chair. That's something crazy. And also through that, I can feel the links with the trees of my garden. That's incredible. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then now what you can do, you can try some way if you want to. For those who are looking to the video, you can just take the time to stand up and walk a little. And step by step, you will feel that your feet are very, I would say, very heavy. It's very difficult to move your feet and to walk pretty quietly, softly, because you do have a dwarf into you. That's another way to believe in the nature spirits, to feel what is the difference between our ordinary body and just welcoming light beings into us. And that's all those small things will change our perception and our beliefs. And then at the time we will truly believe without any voice into our own telling us that it might not be possible, that it's real. That's our reality, that's our invisible reality. And so let's go on again with the dwarf. Okay, I can really feel her. Oh, she opened my heart a lot. And so I'm gonna ask her something. Oh no, I was willing to ask her to do something for my garden, but she told me that there were some other dwarves taking care of my gardens because they have the capabilities because of their knowledge of the earth energies to work with the trace elements of the earth so that they can give what is needed for the plants and the trees to grow better really, and also for the trees to give them their powerful energy of inner earth energy so that can grow stronger. And when you are helped by dwarves to plant a tree, they will find you the best place to plant it because sometimes when you make a mistake, when you plant a tree at a place where your mental say it will be a good place and not your heart, what will happen that the tree will not grow well and it will stay very thin. And sometimes when you plant it at a place where there are profound, deep, strong inner earth energies, the trunk of your tree will grow bigger, bigger, bigger. I know that. I am experiencing that since 18 years in the place where I am living. So I can really show you trees that have been planted at places where inner earth energies are very strong. I have proof of what I'm telling you. So how you will tell me now, okay, but how do I know with a dwarf where I have to plant a tree? How do I know where a dwarf is? Because what you don't know, that's they have a tremendous knowledge of the inner earth energies and the flow of energies. So very often at the beginning, I was asking them to be placed, to appear at the place where there are very strong crossing of inner earth energies and where very often there is also vortex accompanied there. And in earth vortex, you don't know that thrilling. Also, you do understand why I was doing that. And how can I can detect the dwarf is there? That's very simple. You have kind of rays going on, ethereal ways going on outside your hands. So if I go like that with my hands, I just ask for the dwarf, okay, please go and go in at a place where you want to be just in front of my window. Okay, he's outside. And then, okay, my hand stop. So the dwarf is right there. And then in these directions. And then I'm going to ask to the dwarf, okay, you can see that my hands can go further because it has stopped onto the dwarfs. And then I ask in my brain, is he 2 meters, 3 meters, 4 meters, 4.5 meters? Okay, the dwarf is at 4.5 meters because you've seen my hands can move again. So at 4.5, I've been after where the dwarfs is. So at 4.3, I am really at the place where the dwarfs is. So if I go from this place to this 4.3 meters in foot, that will make something like about, I would say, 15 feet from here. If I go there, walking there, I will find the dwarfs that I can see again, touch again with my hands in its ethereal appearance, and then I will for sure find very strong crossing of inner energies, and even so small inner earth vortex going on with that. So that's a way you can find out a dwarf, and that's a way you can find powerful energies that you don't know about, and sometimes very sacred and secret places into the natures that you couldn't have found out otherwise. I know exactly because we find a very old temple which was very well hidden into the nature by following a dwarf into the natures. But we have been walking like animals like that sometimes, and just we find a place where it was with wonderful stone and so on. And so what I would like you to understand that the dwarfs are not what the people have shown us. Really, they are very wise people. They are guardians sometimes of portals into the nature. If you find a big stone, a huge trees, just placed onto each side of a path into the forest. That means it's a portal, it's a door to be crossed, to go in higher realms of existence. So if you just go through with the consciousness that it is a door, you will see your vibration, your frequencies increase. And then while crossing through the door, you can just make a bow to the guardians of the doors, who can be either a dwarf, sometimes a dragon, an angel, archangel, and sometimes a faun going on. So we'll go more and more into the knowledge of the nature spirits. I told you, I don't know if I still do have time. Yeah, I have still 5 minutes. Okay, I don't know if we'll not everything will be said onto the dwarves, because you'll find much more information into my books soon to be published, our books, because it has been written with my wife, the great illustrated books of the light beings at Inner Tradition, and you can find all the information to find it just down there. And what I would like to do, I've proposed to you to experiment healing with the dwarfs, the woman dwarfs, which comes into me, which present her to me, and which knows a lot about the healing energies of the minerals, and more especially like diamonds, emeralds, and so on. So now what she told me, that she's proposing to you a meditation with the emerald energies, because she knows a lot of that. Okay, so she brings onto each of you who are just hearing, who are present right now, or into the replay, a crossing of emerald earth energies onto you. And she proposed to place onto each of you an emerald cologne. Cologne are also light beings. I will explain to you later on about them. Okay, so the emerald energies is beginning to start it works, its healing process. What is it doing? It's first of all, it's cleaning all of our cells from heavy metals somewhere, and also from I would say not so good energies into it. The emerald energy is helping to equilibrate the different elements in our body: earth, fire, waters, and air. It also helps to increase the flow of energies, like the meridians energy in our body. And then also it repairs our aura, so that will be fully expands, and that it doesn't have any cracks into it, or that it will not be porous, I would say. Maybe that's the English word. That's okay, it will be very well done, so that you can be submitted to negative energy coming from outside. Okay, so just inhale and exhale within those emerald energies, and bringing with consciousness and love to every part of your body, your bones, your stomachs, your belly, your heart, your cells, your DNAs, and just go on with that. And just have the consciousness that dwarves are much more. That's what I've been told to each of you. That's a proof. Now, if you do like this kind of information, don't hesitate to subscribe. And next, I will propose you a video, because we are entering these worlds of invisible beings. I will propose you a video about the elves. Next time, Season 2, the elves. See you then. Bye-bye.